So here we are on Niijima Island. Look at the color of that water. This is Niijima blue. I always say that, but I've seen colors like this, but it's just striking every single time. Look at it. And this is just a 3-hour, less than that, jet foil trip from the city of Tokyo, from Takeshima port. And today I learned that it's hard to find a signal in some places of Niijima, but we have a signal here right now, so we have a good spot. Yeah, I couldn't find a signal. I kept going around looking for a 4G signal where I could show you the beach. Now this beach, people ask me, where's the best beach in Tokyo? This is Tokyo! I think this would be the best beach. I mean, there's nobody here at all, really, except them. There's 2 people down there. And me, and you. Now there's a bunch. So, where exactly am I? Check this out here. I made a map. There's a city of Tokyo, and I'm out here in the Pacific past Ojima, which is another big island. And this is the exact spot where I am, near the Glass Art Museum. There's stuff to do here. There is actually an onsen. I'm going to show you that in a second, but look how beautiful this one point is. This is just one of about 4 or 5 beaches in town. I have the motorbike here, so it's easy to jet around town a little bit. But if I move the Google Earth a little bit over, you see the Yunohama Roten Hot Spring. This is a free onsen bath. Its tattoos are okay. There's no sign saying that tattoos are not okay. Some are cool, some are hot. You can be up on the top there. It's an amazing place to watch the sunset in the bath. Here's the town, and I stayed down here for one night. Really nice place, a guest house called I forget now. Yeah, I'll put the information in the description if I remember. But there's a beach right there to the left, you see, and that's safer for kids. It's really nice. But it's the Habushiura coast that I also want to show you today. No jellyfish out here. They're mostly towards the mainland. But I want to show you the Habushiura right there that you just saw it on the north. That is so beautiful. Check this out. I took some video of there earlier because I knew that I would need this. I was like, I have to import it. But this is maybe one of the most striking beaches in Japan, I think, if not the world. I'm looking at it. Check it out. Again, there's nobody here, and there's not a lot of signal because I would have done a live stream here. The waves are pretty strong, so this is a good side for surfing. The tide is out right now. When the tide is coming in, my gosh, those waves are pretty big. Yesterday when I was gonna do some drone shots, but it's too close to the airport. I realized, so you can't. I couldn't fly from the sky. But look at the cliffs, and not a soul in sight. There is a population here. It's shrinking, of course, like everywhere in Japan. From this lookout, there is a lifeguard here. So you have to go between the flags wherever they are. But in the off seasons, there's no flags for swimming on this side. So swim at your own risk. Seriously, the riptide can be a little strong on this side. I've seen people surfing here, but maybe when the tide is coming in, not so much from here. Not at this exact moment here. Here. Yeah, this is other side of the beach. This is the other side of the island by the airport. I think the waves crash higher here, so this seems to be a better surfing spot. And yeah, they were blasting from a speaker music on that side, which is a little bit unusual. They have these like loudspeakers. Maybe you can see it there. Not sure. You certainly can't hear it, but it kind of ruins the sound of the crashing waves to have random music blasting, but I'm not someone who complains. I'm not complaining there. All right, let me show you. I kind of was. Let me show you this over here. There's a spot. One, because you can see the ferry coming in, which is why I am actually here. That right there, that looks like an ancient Greek temple, is actually the free hot spring bath. And it's really nice. There's no signal over there. That's another reason why I'm streaming here. But not to worry, I got you covered there too, because I did film a little bit there. So let's pull up the first clip. Oh, sorry, this is the ferry pier, just a little bit past there. You can see it's pretty local, not a lot of people compared to the Takeshiba port in Tokyo. This is the end result on Niijima, where you'll come in. There's a mailbox, some information services, a map. I would call ahead if you're gonna get a hotel. Usually they'll come and pick you up from the ferry terminal, which is a really nice service. Or if you have a rent-a-car or a rental motorcycle, the motorcycle rental shop will pick you up and take you to the shop to get you situated in there. Here's the bath. You can see it's really nice. That's where you soak, so it's calm. There's no waves in there. And it's a little bit elevated, about 2 meters from the sea. So you get a really nice sunset view. This is the pavilion. There's a place to drink. There's my bike. It looks really nice. I was shocked that this is free, but I'm guessing Tokyo paid for this. So you can hear the wind because there is wind. It's part of it. Looks like I found a new surfing spot. I think you might have. There's a men and women's changing room with shower. So you will be able to get a bath afterwards. And you can go up to the top floor, and there's a bath up there. Again, it looks really, really nice. I think I might even have another video clip. Yeah, here. If you don't want to go full into the bath, there is a foot bath right there. And you can see from another angle what the bath looks like. There's some stairs. You'll walk up there barefoot. You're not allowed to. You have to take off your shoes when you go in. It's a place to leave your shoes on the rack. And from the top there, you have this amazing view of the ocean, which I think is pretty awesome. The town itself. So I tried to set up my camera, and this car got in the way. Thanks a lot. But there's a bakery. Oh, so this is it's flipped. But this is a handmade bakery where you can eat your breakfast right there on a table. You can even pull your bike right in front of it. A nice older lady. I say that because she seemed to like drop everything, like not in a good way. Like I bought the sandwich and she rang it up and then she dropped it. I was like, what? And then she dropped it on the counter again. Okay, that's all I took. Just 1 second. Photo op. That's my chest. All right. So I was a little bit worried about this. It felt like a high school cafeteria, like where it's just like plopping the food on your tray. I think it's just her way. But the sandwich is okay. I don't know. But it's nice to be able to find bakeries here. When Kanai and I came to this island in September in the off season, we didn't have a lot of options in the town because a lot of things were closed. So you have to make sure that ask the accommodation. If you're doing booking.com, you can ask a question of the accommodation. Are there a lot of restaurants open in the area? Then that'll help you decide and help you plan your trip. I'm actually not using the cable, so we're going raw here. I almost said the word I usually say. I learned not to do that. This is going to be a short one. Ken writes a great question. Thank you, Ken. So the question is there a 7-Eleven here? There's no convenience stores on the island. This is a locals only island. That's kind of a good thing. I'm trying to get out of the wind here. Let's see here. I'll try to hole up in this corner. See my bike. It's a little bit better. There you can I would bring, if you want to, you can bring some stuff, but I mean, there's some local shops that have just about everything that you need. There's the bakery you saw. I had an amazing lunch. Check this out here. This is what I had for lunch on the island. So this was a deep fried fish with tartar sauce and some, what is it, squid rings. It It was good. It came with soup and a bowl of rice, and you have I got an iced coffee, so you got that. There's no Starbucks on the island, which is a good thing. And you can enjoy. They had also sashimi, kaisendon, other things that you could eat here. It's very stylish inside, so it does not look. It's more than you would expect. Chan writes in here, what's the water temperature like? It's good. The water temperature is very good. I can't escape the wind, I'm sorry. Actually, I lost my mic. I left it at the place I was filming on the ground. I went back this morning and got it, but I had to wash the bag, so I had to put the mic away. I'll use it if I can live stream again. Before I get on the ferry, I might try to live stream inside of the town a little bit to give you an idea of what it's like in Niijima town. I like to do these only in Japan ghost streams because it brings you with me, and it's stuff that I probably wouldn't cover much and answer your questions in the main channel episode when I do upload it, but you can answer it here. The water temperature is really nice right now, and even in the winter, it's still fairly warm. It's the Pacific. It's so big, it doesn't really get too cold. But the thing is, the waves are really higher in the winter, so you have to be careful. It's a lot calmer in the summer, except when there's... And in that case, if there's a typhoon, then you probably don't want to be outside or on the island at all. You could go... There's stairs that allow you to walk up this little island here, which is something I have not done yet. This just does not look like the best place. Should I walk over there and give it a quick go? Let me turn off the camera. Okay. Maybe I should put it away. Let's put the camera away and then we'll make our way over there. I'll just cover it up. Oh. Tripod fell over. All right, I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't think anyone's coming. There are these really cool Moai statues all over the island as well, and I think that adds a little bit of flavor to it, makes it feel like a little Polynesian in a way. But Niijima, when you compare it to Aogashima and some of the other islands, you don't have, it's a harder comparison. Each one of the Tokyo islands has its own characteristics, its own special foods, and you have to spend some time to get to know it. The famous fish dish here is kusaya, which is really, really stinky fish. It is one of the top 5 stinky foods in the world, apparently, if you measure the smell intensity. There's a machine that does that, created by a Japanese guy called an alabaster, I think. And he ranked kusaya after being grilled as the number 5 most stinky food in the world, which is saying much. That's more than natto, and that's more than funazushi, which is another dish that shocked me. That's how they stored sushi and fish before they had refrigerators. They would ferment it, and the good bacteria would keep it edible for quite a long time. All right, we're walking down towards the beach here. There's nobody around that I know of, that any of us know of. I'm not sure about the signal, which is another reason why I'm hesitant to walk here. Natto's good, John. John Lopez writes in here, it's natto good. You have to give it a chance. But they give you mustard and a little bit of soy sauce or dashi or something else to put in there, and it really adds to the flavor. It's good for your stomach. A lot of good nutrients in there. And it's great on top of rice, because rice has no flavor, it's just white, right? White rice is not a lot of flavor, although the more you eat it, the more flavor you can tell. But there's something really special about natto rice with an egg or something. It's healthy, it's simple, it's cheap, and it's good. I don't even know how you get down there. I thought there were steps. I thought there were steps here. This walkway just keeps going. And this is probably the onsen water getting dumped out to the sea. So, it's all good. Natto smells worse than the taste. That's right, Saya. Look at this beach. I can't believe there's not a soul here. I told you summer finished last weekend. As soon as that Monday came, summer was over. Summer was over. And then people argued with me, summer's not over till September, blah, blah, blah. Different areas of Japan have different summers, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, yeah, sure, but here I am now in the countryside of Tokyo, and look, and it's still really hot. I'm sweating. There's nobody. So summer's not over. Where is everybody? Huh? No, the fish here smells worse than natto. It smells worse than durian. Durian does not smell that bad, by the way. It's strong, but it's not, it's a sweet bad, right? It's a strong smell. Kusaya has the next level. And then there's that Swedish one. That's the god level. Because I think I read you can't even take that Swedish one on an airplane. Because the can could explode from the pressure. From the smell is so powerful. That smell wants to get out, the gas. But anything that's been fermenting in a box, probably kind of nasty. I don't know. But there's a lot of good stuff about fermented food that is good for your stomach. So don't knock it till you try it, and then give it another chance. Kusaya smells like a farm. That's what the restaurant owner told me. He said like a bokujo nioi, like a ranch. And it's sort of like that, but you know, there's a reasons why you eat it, and I had a couple of good interviews that explain the attraction of it. Kusai is great with alcohol and drinking with friends, and I think if you're in Japan, you should just challenge yourself maybe and you try it. It's made here on this island. Oh, there's a nice wave coming in. Yeah, sauerkraut is yummy. It's all good stuff. Over there is another island. And the ferry that comes here also stops at that island. You see that over there? So for those joining, this is where I am right now. Niijima. This is the exact spot, actually. But we're gonna pan out in a second and you can see the other island. It is a bit remote, but that's the purpose. Sometimes remote is better than going to a crowded beach where you spend half the day looking for parking. Welcome to Tokyo. This is a different kind of Tokyo though. This is the Tokyo mountains, the Tokyo countryside. There's a town. And there's the ferry port and the beach where I'm going to next. And then I think you can see the island down there on the left, Shikinejima. Shikinejima, yeah. So the ferry will stop at Shikinejima as well. And you can spend the night, you can spend the day there and catch the next ferry and go to Niijima. So you can work it out with the schedule. And the ferry company was very hospitable. They made it easy for me to make this episode with their love Thank you, ferry terminal people. And there was a guest house that picked me up, which was very nice. Iketa guest house Iketa, that's where I stayed. And they sell kasaya and other various foods there, which is wonderful. Okay. You cannot fly here, Saya. That's not true. You can fly here from Chofu Airport. I know it's not even Narita or Haneda, it's Chofu Airport. Let me see if I can find the schedule here. Boom. They make it real complicated too. So you have here the day of the month. So today's the 31st, the last day of August. So see schedule. Look at see schedule. There's 4 flights that go to Chofu, which is in the Tokyo countryside, to Niijima. 8:30, 10:30, and it's about, they fly here and then they fly back. And in fact, I think we might be able to see a flight coming in or going out. The airport's not too far away. It's about a 40-minute flight, but I'm telling you right now, unless you live near Chofu, you might as well kept to jet foil, because it's what is it, 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it's a really fun ride. You're going a lot faster, and for about an hour of it, you can see Mount Fuji if the sun is out, which is beautiful. Because as you go around Mount Fuji along the Pacific, you see it with all the ships going by. It's a new way to see it. Chofu is not country anymore. Well, Saya, it's really not convenient to get to either from central Tokyo. Haneda's easier. It just feels like you're going the wrong way when you're going to Chofu. It feels like it's not a big airport either. But the planes coming in are like 2 prop planes, 2 propeller planes. They're not jets. And they're not ANA or JAL, I don't believe. I think they're local airlines. But people are coming in on the flights, but I'd say 90% of the people or more come in through the ferry, because it's cheaper, it's convenient, and you can just enjoy yourself. It has Wi-Fi. Not all the time, because it doesn't connect out in the middle of nowhere. It's on the KO line. Saya really wants you to go on the plane next time. Is there any haunted places around? I don't know, but that place looks haunted. The Glass Museum. There's another onsen up the road, but the signal dies, so I have to stick around here. You don't have to... Okunoshima is Rabbit Island AA. You don't have to it's pretty easy, because from like 7:30 there's a ferry every 30 minutes or something. It's pretty frequent, and you can sit and have a rabbit coffee at the little new terminal that they got there. But yeah, don't miss the last one back home. You're gonna be stuck on Rabbit Island. Can you scream? Ah! I don't feel like it. You never know who's around. Some guy gonna come and run, try to give me CPR. I don't want that. I don't want that. A rabbit coffee. It's made from the rabbits who eat the coffee beans, and then the beans are then roasted after they come out. Don't you know about that? Or is that in Bali? I can't remember. I got a video on Rabbit Island that I shot, but I went there and I found that they had culled some of the rabbits because they weren't getting enough food. So that was really sad, and the episode looks sad. It doesn't have all those rabbits like they had in the past, but they're breeding quickly, so I figured in a year the population should quadruple. But that island has some problems too, and it's hard for me to make that episode and not confront those problems, which takes me off of the whole reason why I'm making the video. Yeah. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Wanted to share a little bit of my day. That's another island in the distance that makes me curious. I think that's a volcanic island, and Miyake-jima is not too far away from here. When I came to Japan in '98, there was an eruption, and all those people evacuated from the island, and they became refugees. That's not that there were evacuees is the word. Evacuees in Tokyo, and had to go to different schools and everything, and they had to adjust to life in the big city. And there's a whole lot of news articles about that. Because moving from Miyake-jima to Tokyo, like city, that's a big lifestyle change for a lot of kids. And I think it messed them up a little bit. There's a lot of islands that don't even have a traffic signal. Niijima, I think, has 3 or 4 traffic signals, which is important for kids to see. Or else they won't know to stop and cross the street on a green light or blue here. Yeah. I remember that we had one kid in school from Miyake-jima. Yeah, and they're pretty cool too, the Miyake-jima kids. I remember them on TV. They were like minor celebrities. I wonder if I go back to Miyake-jima, I could tell that story, which would be interesting. What it was like to have to settle into Tokyo and then move back after the poison gas, after the eruption dissipated, and they could move back to their island. But that's one of the risks. I don't know if Niijima is not one of those volcanic islands, I don't think, which is a good thing. Sweet potatoes here. Eat rice bowl on me. Comes together in a flash. Well, thank you. That's where I'm going right now to go eat some lunch, and I will go try rice bowl, and I'll put the picture on Instagram. How's that? So I'll share my rice bowl with you, or whatever I can get on the island. Thanks for that. I don't want to leave this place. My ferry's at 3:50 p.m. and it's a jet foil, so I guess I can say I fly back at 3:50. All right, everybody, I gotta pack up and film a couple more scenes, and then get on my way. It's really fun. You know what? The best reason to come here had nothing to do with the thing that I'm filming. Had to do with getting onto a 50cc scooter and just riding around pretty much empty roads with beautiful seaside on the left and the right. There's no traffic. When you compare it to Tokyo City, this is no traffic. This is perfect. I think I found your haunted house here. Okay. Getting seasick. Yeah, there's some ryokan, but for the most part it's very local guest houses in the town, and you can go to the other side, but you need a car. There's a tunnel that you can't cross by bicycle. That's that long tunnel that gets to the area I showed you yesterday called Wakago. Wakago is only accessible by motorcycle, by bike, or by car. You can't walk there, or by taxi. I didn't see any taxis. I guess though, if you ask, they might take you. But it's 3 kilometers long, the tunnel. It's pretty scary inside there. The first time, like, oh my God, does this thing ever end? What's on the other side? It's like Sento Chihiro. If you ever seen the Spirited Away anime, you go through the tunnel and it's like a different world on the other side. That's how you feel. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Time for lunch and to finish the episode. And I gotta pack up this stuff here. Get my helmet on. It's a good ride for today. Gotta give it back at 3. It's called Today. I never heard of this bike, Today. All right. Mata ne. Thanks, everybody. Tortoro Poco, thank you. Mata ne.